Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Libra in the month of September 2018. Hi, Libra. How are you? Hope you guys are doing well. I don't know why I'm, speaking in such a weird tone to you. I apologize if that's off-putting. Anyway, how's things? How's everything? I hope it's going well for you. Shuffled off camera, so you see your main spread there. What we're going to do in a second is shuffle for your outcome and your overall energy. Once that is out and all of the cards are laid face up, that's when the reading will begin. Timestamp for that is down in the description box. Also down there is the information that you need to get a personal reading with me if you are ever so interested in doing that. I'd love to work with you if you want to work with me. And it's 3 simple steps, okay? So no big deal. 3 or 4. I never remember. Anyway, anything else? Oh yeah, happy birthday to you early Libra people, there you go, who will be celebrating at the end of September. Hope you guys have a wonderful, fabulous birthday. All right, let's go ahead and get your outcome and overall energy for the month, okay? Libra, September 2018, please. Oh, nice and easy. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy. And I say nice and easy only because of the shuffle, not because of the card that came out. Because that's not usually nice and easy. Alright, let's flip the rest and see what you've got. Oh boy. Interesting. Come on. There we go. Okay. Try and straighten these out a little bit because I like them to be somewhat nice and neat. How's that look? Looks pretty good. All right, let's get it. Where's Libra in September, please? Please show me where Libra is for September 2018. Which one? Which one, please? Three. Okay, thank you. All right, Libra. Sorry about that. They took their time in showing me. All right, so coming into September, you come in as the Fool reversed. I'll show you it upright. Not a lot of people use the Cosmic Tarot deck on YouTube that I've seen. But Fool in reverse. So, you're kind of stuck. Some of you are stuck in a situation or stuck in a mode or stuck in a feeling, stuck in a headspace or a certain outlook that isn't serving you. It's not helping you at all. Being in this energy, I mean, being stuck in anything doesn't help anybody, but it doesn't. You need to move on from this. You need to get out of that. You need to forget about something, forget about someone, move on. You have to, but you're not doing it. And I think it's because to some degree, Libra, you lack the courage. You lack the fortitude, you lack the structure or the stability or the practical means to move on from something. You don't have, thanks, nice little cliche they put in my head. You don't have a pot to piss in, some of you don't. And so you're not able to take this leap of faith, because that's what the Fool talks about, right? Taking a leap of faith. He's standing on this cliff's edge. His little companion is with him, and he's supposed to be this great adventurer. He's supposed to be fearless. He's supposed to be, willing to, go wherever the wind takes him and not really have a care in the world. And so, not to say that that is the only way you can get out of the situation, but that's the foolhardy energy of the Fool card, is that he doesn't care, that he sort of lives off of whimsy and wonder and the prospects of adventure. He's just wherever the wind takes me, wherever I end up is, you know, a Rolling Stone kind of attitude, a hitchhiking or a vagabond or a gypsy kind of energy is what the Fool is when he's upright. When he's not that way, he's just not like that. But in your case, Libra, it's like you're tied to something, to someone, to a mindset that isn't serving you. It's not helping you at all, and you know it's not. It's in some cases, it's been your downfall. It's been the source of what's messed you up or hasn't worked out or has caused things not to work out for you. So if this is a person, romantic situation, family, best friend, roommate, whatever, whoever it is, we'll find out as we go along if that storyline becomes clear. But if it's a person, you know they're no good for you. You know that being around them doesn't help you, or you know that their effect on you is negative, or their effect on you maybe isn't negative, but isn't positive either. They hold you back, or you feel obligated. A lot of you feel obligated to this person. You feel as if you were to move on, if you were to look out for yourself, if you were to put yourself first, and focus on your own life and your own development, that this person would be left behind. That's what you think. That's what you feel. Whether or not that's actually true, I'm not sure, but that's what you feel. That's the worry that keeps you there. Or again, it's like a sense of obligation. It's a sense of duty. Like if I walk out now, if I take my stuff and get out of here, what are they going to do? What's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to the house? A lot of worries. And I'm talking really fast because I think this is what's going on with you. It's like, it's a lot of internal dialogue, and it's like, bing, bing. Sorry, hopefully a lot of you knew exactly what I was laughing at when I was doing that, but anyway, the thoughts in your mind are just like racing. They're going here, 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 all over the place, right? Let me go ahead and explain it. The thing that I was doing was I was going ping pong, ping ping pong, like a pinball machine, ping boom boom, like all the sound effects. But as of recently, there was a certain leader of the free world who did something similar, and I was kind of embarrassed that I was doing something that he has done, and I hope not to offend anybody with that. I have opinions, but I am trying to not be political on this channel because it's just not the place for it for me anyway. So anyway, Libra, you are just everywhere with your thoughts. You're everywhere with what you might do next, or what you could do next, or what you did then. And, you know, you're going back and forth between the past and what could happen in the future. You're going back and forth between your present situation and the past and your present situation in the future. And you really can't make heads or tails out of anything that you're thinking. The only thing that you know for sure is that you're not where you should be. You're not where you want to be. You're not where you could be. You can take any or all of those options, okay? But you just don't feel at home with where you are. And some of you, that is your real, like, actual home. Like, you don't feel at home in your home. You feel like a stranger in your home. You feel like a visitor in your home. You feel like an intruder in your home. Or you feel like your home isn't like either the actual physical location or the people that live there with you are alien. Like, you feel normal, but you think like they're the ones, like those people that I live with, they're crazy, or they're so strange, or it's like I'm speaking a different language whenever I talk to them. So it's like, take your pick, okay? Now, where you are also is the Five of Cups in reverse. Show you upright so you can see. But Five of Cups reversed. Lord. I think like this is like, you know what the deal is. Okay? What do I mean by that? This is like a reflection. You are either reflecting on the situation at hand, the details, the circumstances, certain interactions, certain conversations, whatever. You know all of the information, all of the missteps, all of the errors, all of the arguments, all of the crying, all of the happy times. You know all of it. But it's like, how is this, what did I say? I said reflecting? Yeah, reflecting, right. So you're remembering, thank you. You're remembering this. And it keeps you here when you remember these things. The good times, the bad times, the ugly times, the great times, whatever. All that reminiscing keeps you in this Five of Cups energy. And I know, it's reverse, Jay. Doesn't that mean that it's not? Sometimes. In this case, it's like a double down energy. If it was like this, I'd be like, okay, you know, it sucks, but, you know, it'll be okay. Here I'm just like, oh my God, Libra, what's going on? Why can't you let that go? Why? Either you can't or you won't. Take your pick. That might be the... we're gonna see what else happens, but I keep feeling like you're in some cases you're choosing. You choose this, whether you realize it or not. You choose. Thank you. Hello. Okay. Okay. Less. I got excited because they give me like bits of clarity. I'm like, what does that mean? You choose. Like, this all seems sad, these two cards, and then that looks sad too. And it's like, how is that a choice? It is a choice because some of you are not choosing anything. Some of you are very inactive. Some of you are very complacent or disengaged in your surroundings or your situations with certain people, or in certain circumstances. You're just like checked out to lunch, not saying yes, not saying no, not saying anything. No comment, Your Honor, no comment, I plead the fifth, blah, 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 blah. No choice is a choice, okay? So some of you are actively choosing it. You know it's no good. You know you have to make a change. You know you got to get out. You know you have to start saying your piece, expressing your opinions, expressing your emotions. You need to take those risks. You need to stop being so worried about the potential outcomes in the future, and you just need to roll the dice and hit the door. Some of you know that's what you need to do, but you're not going to do it because of, like I said, obligation. Some of you, it's like a fearful thing. Some of you, it's like, again, I don't have a pot to piss in. I have no finances. I have no other place to stay. I don't have any other people that I know in this town. I just moved here from Nebraska, whatever your situation is. You have no choice, so you choose to stay. Or, you have no better option, so you choose to stay, okay? In other cases, it's like you don't choose because you think no choice is somehow the best choice. Like being inactive, not thinking, well, trying your best not to think about it, but trying not to engage with the situation, to engage with the people, to have conversations, you think that's the best. And I'm like, that's not the best. I mean, that's not me saying that. That's this energy that's coming from these two cards, and probably there from the Five of Pentacles too. Absolutely. Thank you. Like they interjected. Absolutely. I was like, okay, absolutely. Okay. So all three of these are showing, you have knowledge, Libra. You have knowledge that you can act on. You have knowledge that things need to change in your life, or there are certain things that you can do differently, or there are certain things that even though they might hurt to do them, it'll be better in the long run if you just go ahead and it's like ripping off a bandage or a Band-Aid or whatever. It's just like, just get it over with. Do it. Right now. Do it. And it's not like about a sense of urgency. It's really about, you're unhappy, aren't you? You're upset, aren't you? You're sad, aren't you? You're depressed, aren't you? It's like, if it's a crappy situation, if you feel this way, if you think this way, and change is within your grasp, you can do it. Do it! But, like I said, obligation. You feel obligated. And here, you reflect on the past. Maybe some of you are looking back on a relationship, romantic or otherwise, where there were happier times. You're like, I can fix this. I can fix it. I can fix it. We can get back to that. I can do it. I can do it. And then 2 seconds later, you're like, but wait, we had a huge fight in 2014. Oh my God. And they said this, and then I said that, and, I didn't speak to them for 2 weeks, blah, 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 blah. And then you're feeling like, no, there's no coming back. After that, things have just been downhill from there for the past 4 or 5 years. It's just been hell. And so then you talk yourself out of not trying to fix it, aka putting yourself into this position of analysis paralysis, inaction, which is actually an action, which is actually a choice. And you just get stuck on a loop. Gosh. And I think that gosh, like I'm like, ugh, I think that's you. Like, I'm stuck on a loop. Ah! It's like you're kicking yourself. You're like, you're just like, come on, get in the game, Libra. Like, come on. You're just like, some of you, not all of you, some of you are very much like, I can do better. I know I can. And you're kind of like having to psych yourself up. You're trying to build your confidence. You're trying to build up, some of you, your finances, your stability, your ability to actually move out of the home or leave a certain situation. Maybe it's a job. Maybe some of you would like have a really crappy job and you hate it, but you're like, you barely have 2 pennies to rub together or whatever. So you're like going to extreme lengths to like save money so that you can have like a jump off point, so that you can leave this horrible job that makes you feel crappy or makes you feel unfulfilled and feel like you have no gusto anymore, like you just have nothing. Okay? And this, in all of these, this like nothing. Like, I feel like I have nothing. I can't move. I can't get out of this. I have no reprieve. I have no ability to save myself. 5 of Pentacles, Lord. And some of you, this is a shared energy. 5 of Pentacles. So not just you, Libra, but someone else or a few other people. Potentially 5 of you, as there are five, right? 5 figures in this card. Five people. So potentially 5 people feel like this or are involved in this situation, okay? And not just you, other people are also miserable. This is not Misery Loves Company, but this is a company of miserable people. So, again, the work situation, it could be you work a crappy retail job or a service job, whatever. And it doesn't even have to be that, but you can work to someone sounds like a dream job. You could be a doctor. Oh God, you could be a doctor, but be like miserable in your profession. How could that be, Jay? Doctors, don't they love their jobs? They're out there. It's such a hard effort and work and so many years of school to become a doctor. How could you hate it once you do it? Simple. Look at the structure. I'm going on a slight tangent here for 2 seconds, but look at the structure of at least the American healthcare system. It's not fun to work in it, from what I understand, especially from a doctor, especially from a private doctor where you run your own practice or you work within a group that is a practice. That's not fun. It can be quite miserable. Okay? You've got patients bitching at you about prices of procedures, prices of prescriptions, having to see them so often, because in our healthcare system, we don't really care about prevention. We care about treatment more than we care about prevention, because here I go, tangent. Pharmaceuticals are in on it. You've got lobbyists for special interest groups who are in on it, okay, privatized. Oh, God, it's just a headache. And all you want to do as Dr. Libra is you just came into the field because you honestly, genuinely wanted to help people live a better, healthier life. And to some degree you can do that, but from all sides, it's not as easy as you dreamed it would be. It can be very miserable, and you might feel stuck because it's like, oh my God, I went to school for like 7+ years to become Dr. Libra. If I leave now, not only do I have a mountain of debt behind me, but what else can I do in this life? I thought this was my dream. And so you're looking back on when you were in med school, you're looking back on when you were a kid and you were playing like with your little doctor set, with your little toy stethoscope and your little toy injection needles and all that kind of stuff. And you're looking back on all the tests that you had to take, all of the trying times, and your residency, which was a good experience, but now that you're out of residency, it's been not the best experience. You work with people who are miserable, both your coworkers and your nurses, and your patients, and it's just like misery like I said, misery doesn't love company. That's not exactly what I'm feeling, but this is a bunch of miserable people together in a very similar situation. Okay, so I saved the tangent. I brought it back to the reading, but you see, I hope you see where I'm going with that, whether you're an actual doctor or not, that circumstantially, you and other people are in the same situation or a very similar situation, and nobody's happy. Nobody's happy. Everybody feels like this. Bundled up, out in the cold, looking like refugees. Not to say like that's a bad thing or it's an innately terrible, well, I guess it would be innately terrible, but you know, it looks like they're escaping from something. Like, look at the background. Like, the buildings are like decimated and they're crumbling down, and these people, they're carrying their little bit of earthly possessions and they're moving on to something else. They need to move on to a safer pasture, right? And the pentacles that they have near them or that are depicted there are cracked and broken. This is a dire situation, dire straits. Not the best at all, not the best. Okay? Now, what's going on down the bottom? Because all that feels really contained. What's this? Guidance, thank you. That's pretty basic. Hello, come on. Guidance. What else is it? What's going on here? Movement. Angels, okay. Thank you. Anything else? Movement. I think we said that. Oh wow, I never noticed that before. Thank you. So, yeah. Thanks. Four Pentacles up next. I feel like this is where the guidance was coming from. And here as well. Angels and guidance there. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh. Leo, not Leo, but now that I said that, that applies to maybe one of you. Libra. You're the other L. Libra. You might be having some hard talks soon. Some difficult conversations soon. Or you've had them recently, and I'm just telling you things that you've already experienced. But I think there's going to be some difficult conversations that need to be had about the specifics of where you stand, where someone else stands, and how you're going to meet in the middle. What negotiations, or what you both are going to have to negotiate in this scenario, okay? For those of you where this is like a work situation, it's like you're going to sit down with your boss, or you're going to sit down with your employee, whatever side of the table you're going to be sitting on, and it's going to be some real talk, okay? In the case of like a domestic situation, a living situation, you could be sitting down with your roommate, your spouse, your children, whoever. And it's going to be, oh gosh, it needs to be. I can't say it's going to be because there's a lot of hesitancy in your first two positions. And like I said here, misery. So that's not easy to bring to the table. You know, uncertainty, sort of a feeling of I can't do this, or I don't know what to do next. And then this feeling of everybody is just like asked out and nobody has any recourse, right? So those are just hard positions for whoever you are in the situation, Libra. You could be, I don't know who you are in the situation. You know, I don't know. It would be hard to come and speak honestly with someone about your displeasure, your sadness, your depression, your lack of fulfillment. And it would be difficult if someone brings that information to you. I'm unfulfilled in this position. I'm unfulfilled in this marriage. I'm depressed. I'm your teenage kid, but I'm really depressed, mom or dad. And I don't know what to do. And to hear that from your own child would be super difficult. Why am I saying that? Because the person, the female in the front of the card seems to be carrying a bit of shame, seems to be carrying a little bit of embarrassment, a little bit of like, just things are not good for her. And the guy in the suit, the guy in the white suit, things aren't easy for him too. I think he's being more stoic in this situation. I think he also is feeling things. I think he also has some things that he could share, that he could talk about, but he's more listening. He'll eventually talk. He's got a phone right near him. I don't know if you can see that. Got a telephone near him. So he has the ability to communicate. He has the ability to pick up that phone, pick up the receiver, and deliver a message as well. But I think perhaps in the beginning of the conversation, if this happens for you, Libra, one of you, whoever the man in the white suit would be, one party will do a great bit of listening and then talk. Okay? You got... I don't normally do that. And there's more right there, but these two are stacked on top of each other, and I don't normally do that. And other readers do it, and I'm like, kudos to you, but it's not really normally what I do. Is I'm adding these up right now. Like, they're like, add those. And I'm like, 9. Okay, 9 pentacles. What's the 9 of pentacles? Okay, so singlehood. Okay. 9 of pentacles, traditional tarot, is the single female in the garden. She's very lush, or her surroundings are very lush. She looks very accomplished, all that kind of stuff. Oh, the single ladies, like it's that energy. And I feel that could be a discussion for some of you in a discussion about marriage. Okay. 5 people, parents and kids total. 9 pentacles, singlehood. So somebody in a family dynamic with children, 3 children, 2 children, however many children, or 5 children maybe, are going to be talking about singlehood. So dissolving a marriage or moving into divorce proceedings, whatever, in September. And some of you, it may not even be that far. It may not be talking about divorce or talking about separation. It could just be this feeling. You are being honest with your partner of, I don't see myself in this household anymore. Gosh, okay, let's get it. Give it to me, more. I don't see myself in this household anymore. I don't see myself being a part of this family anymore. Okay, this could be you, Libra, as the dad or the mom, or it could be your partner, the other parent, saying this to you. I don't know who is saying it to whom, but there is this honest, frank feeling that needs to be expressed, that I don't see myself as a part of it. Like, okay, thank you. What I'm seeing now, like how you see family photos, you've got the parents and, they're all, dressed, you went to like a portrait studio or something. If this was like 1995, you went to like Sears Portrait Studio and you have like a family photo taken. What I'm seeing is someone being cut out of that photo. Okay? One of the parents being cut out of the photo. It could be one of the kids, to be fair, maybe a teenager or a young adult child who's telling you this. But I'm feeling it's more like a spouse or a parent saying this. I don't see myself as a part of this family anymore. And like their image is being cut out of the family photo. Why is that? They want to be on their own. Or they feel like they're on their own. Some of them feel like they're an island, like they've been cast aside, that they've been pushed out, or that they've been isolated. You and the kids have isolated me. Okay? You and the kids don't need me. You and the kids don't value me. You and the kids don't, God, okay, love me. Wow. This is just what I'm in a channeling mood today. I channeled for Virgo, now I'm channeling for you. Someone just feels they have no place in this home, and they need to leave. It would be better for everybody if I left. It would be better for everybody if I separated myself from the dynamic. You and the kids stay here, I go here. That's it. Okay? Frank discussion. Okay? Now, again, I don't normally add up stuff because there's another pentacle right there. So if you added all that, that'd be 11. which you add that together, that's 2. So we come back to the 2 of Pentacles anyway. But I felt super compelled to add that together, and that was a specific storyline for somebody out there. If it resonated, yay. If it didn't, if that sounded really foreign and strange to you, put it down. It's not for you. But yeah, so 5 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, frank discussions about this dissatisfaction, this feeling alone, this feeling isolated, this feeling like things are just not going to get better, or they haven't improved, or how do we get back to being happy? How do we get back? Whatever it is. In Pentacles, like I said before, it could be a job situation where, you know, Dr. Libra maybe works in a hospital that's underfunded or doesn't have enough resources, and that's super stressful for you. And so you have to have, who would you have a conversation with? I'm not very versed in medical affairs, but who do you talk to? Like your chief of staff or someone in like the hospital's HR, or are there unions for doctors? I don't know. Anyway, so this could be you're talking to someone like you, if you're a doctor, and apply this to any career. It's not only for doctors, but you would be here, Libra, Dr. Libra, in the forefront, where you're carrying a little bit of guilt that you have to tell someone, I don't know if I can stay on here in the hospital because it's too stressful. I'm trying to care for patients and I'm being blocked because of insurance policies. I'm being blocked because of our having to ration or having certain stipulations with administering drugs or administering care. And you feel that your hands are tied as someone who has the skills and the know-how and the professional understandings of what a patient may need, and you're not able to help them as much as you want. And so you feel like, because of the circumstance, Dr. Libra, because of the situation, Dr. Libra, you feel like you have to go. And this is like your chief of staff or whoever is in charge of your employment at the hospital, like listening to you, listening for a long time. And then again, with that phone in the background, they might, pick up a phone and like call someone else in the hospital and be like, look, I'm here with Dr. Libra. They're bringing up many valid points. I think that we should, and the conversation can snowball from there and go into many different avenues. But like, that's also what I'm feeling. If the family thing wasn't for you, if you're like, I'm single, I don't have 5 kids, what are you talking about, Jay? It's like, well, then this is also for you. Okay. Now, 2 of Pentacles. Where are we? Oh, gosh, let's get on with it. 2 of Pentacles. So this is where I think I said choices or movement, something like that. So either way, 2 of Pentacles, indicative of choice. It indicates having to choose, having to move from one place to another, from one circumstance to another, one state of mind to another. And the traditional depiction of this card in the Rider-Waite deck, especially, it shows a person who's juggling 2 pentacles, and they have an infinity symbol between their 2 hands, indicating a stasis, indicating an inability to choose, or like a seesaw of, oh, I should do this, and then you're like, but wait, and like kind of weighing those options out. In this case, Libra, for some of you that is true. For some of you, you are stuck in a loop. You're not going to move either way. You're not going to move left. You're not going to move right. You're going to stay where you are, and you're going to keep weighing the options for a while yet. But for others of you, you're going to make a choice, but you're scared it's the wrong choice. Look at that guy. He looks really worried about what he's done or what he's about to do, the steps he's taking, right? He looks really worried. Oh, is this the right choice? Oh, So it's like sort of having apprehension before you choose, or having apprehension or feeling sort of out of sorts after you've made a choice. Okay? Very simple. Ties right into what I was just talking about, especially in either situation, whether it's the domestic situation, whether it's your work situation, or anything else that hasn't really come across, but you kind of know what I'm talking about. either way, you're apprehensive to have this discussion with your boss, with your spouse, whoever. You're apprehensive to do it. And once you do it, and once you kind of come down and say, okay, and my choice is to leave the hospital. My choice is to move out and stay with my brother until we sort out what's going to happen in our marriage, whatever. There's apprehension before you have the discussion. There's apprehension during. And then once the conversation wraps up and, you know, your boss is like, and so what do you want to do, Dr. Libra? Or your wife or your husband says to you, okay, well, what do you want to do going from this point on? What do you want to do next? Whatever you decide, to stay, to leave, it doesn't matter. You're going to be wondering, did I just make the right choice? Did I just do what I should have done? Is that going to help me? Is that going to help the situation? The other people involved? Was it correct? And you're going to sit in that energy of, oh, I don't know. You know? You're going to feel really... not on edge, but anxious, tense in some cases. Yeah, you're just gonna feel. He's got his. Thank you. He's got his hand on his chest, right? So short of breath for some of you. Some of you might have a panic attack. Okay. During the conversation, afterwards, beforehand, some point, some of you might have a, you know, leading up to or during or after the situation or the conversation or whatever. And it's this whole thing so far, and I don't really see it changing too much, is like plaguing you. It's like heavy on your chest, heavy on your mind, heavy on your body. I would be surprised if this has resonated with you that you haven't been sick. I would be surprised if this is hitting for you, it's been going on, or you feel it's about to come up. I would be very surprised if you say you haven't been sick, you haven't felt like nauseous, you haven't eaten well, or you have been eating well, you've been sleeping okay. This is manifesting in your physical body some kind of way. Okay? Not eating right, not sleeping well, falling back into bad habits, drinking too much, smoking too much, whatever. This is coming out. Like, it's showing on you. You look tired, you sound tired, you feel tired, whatever. Can't hide it, okay? That's how deep this goes. What's she doing here? Who is this? The angel. Great. Alright, Princess of Wands. Okay, wow. Okay. Hello? Ooh, did that just do a thing? That might have just done a thing. I hope you heard what I said. Anyway, so I said, who is this? This is where my guides were like, angel, or angels, or whatever they said. And then, yeah, so what I got, I didn't really say it yet, but what I got in my head was pretty clear. For some of you, this is a sexual partner, straight up. She looks like she knows a thing or two about a thing or two in the bedroom. She's got that wand right in front of her, right between her breasts. It's very phallic. It's very suggestive. So some of you, this is like a jump off. If this is like a situation, it doesn't have to be a marriage even, but in a romantic situation where you want to leave or your partner wants to leave, somebody's waiting in the wings. Boom. Done. Okay? Or they've been there. Whether you have encountered them before or your partner has encountered them before, it doesn't matter. They have been there or they will be there, whatever. She's waiting. And she's ready. She's feisty. And I'm saying that in a slightly snarky tone, even though I don't think there's any snark in this situation and there's no snark from her. What I'm feeling is this person is a reprieve that might not actually be a reprieve. Is that right? Like, yeah, like, okay, thank you. Angels. Or angel. Whatever I said originally. Angels or angel. Whoever this person is, specifically in a romantic or sexual sense, mind you. And we'll see if there are other meanings that come out. But in a romantic or sexual sense, I feel that this person, you're not seeing all of them. Okay. You or whoever is dealing with this person is not seeing all of them. They're not, and it's a she, it's a female on the card, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a dude. Whoever this person is, they are a reprieve. They are a place of respite, or a source of revitalization, a source of comfort. But thank you. The song they just put in my head, and I'm sure most of you know I am not a spring chicken or anything, so I know a thing or two about music. But the song that they put in my head is Hall & Oates' Man Eater. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boys, she'll chew you up. Whoa, here she comes. She's a man eater. Right? You think this person, whoever it is, who, if you're dealing with them, or your spouse is dealing with them, or your ex is dealing, whoever is going to deal with her is going to see this person has a darker side to them. And it doesn't have to be dark like in a negative way. Like a obviously. Thank you. It's not obviously negative. Thank you. There is a dark side to this person, but it's not obvious. Like, it's not like they're a raving lunatic and you can tell because when you met them, they were wearing a straitjacket. It's not like that. If they do have some type of imbalance, if they do have some type of something not quite right with them, you can't tell when you first meet them or when you're dealing with them. You don't know. You know? There we go. You don't know. So they might have secrets. For an example, some might have addictions that you don't know about. Okay? Some of them have certain behaviors that you don't know about. What do I mean by behaviors? Like certain compulsive things that they do that you're just like, whoa, you do that? Like some just might have a bad temper. Okay? But you don't know that. And I'm saying you, it doesn't have to be you, Libra, who's doing this. This could be your partner or your soon-to-be ex-partner or whatever the situation is. It could be them. But this person is around. And there's a sexual energy around this person. Again, looking kind of lusty, having that phallic symbol right there, okay? So there is an attraction, a carnal, lusty attraction to this person. But what's behind that lust and that attraction, beware. Beware. Buyer beware. Thank you. Buyer beware, okay? Man eater, okay? In the case of it not being a romantic or sexual situation or interaction with you and this person, it is someone who isn't you. I'm going to say that, Libra. This is not you. You don't share this energy. You're not touching this energy. This belongs to somebody else. And that could be why you're like, oh my God, for some of you, that could be like, did I just make the right choice? Like, oh, I went for the man eater. Was that right? You wouldn't be thinking of this person as a man eater as you're watching this probably, but you know, let time pass and you just might come back and be like, oh, Jay, you were right. I don't hope it, but that could be the case. Now, what is that about? Anyway, this table is really getting on my nerves. It's been a day. Focus. Here we go. For those where this is not a sexual romantic relationship with someone, this would be someone who is... Your perception in any situation is that this person, for those of you who are dealing with this person, romantic, sexual, or otherwise, you do view them as an angel. You do view them as a source of respite, or a source of redemption in some cases, a source of revitalization. and they inspire you. That's good. I'll say that. That is good, because up here you have been in some trouble getting your head on straight. This person makes you feel like you have your head on your shoulders the right way, okay? But there is an energy about this person where they feel manipulative, they feel spiteful, they feel vengeful. They feel like if you turn on them, or they think you've turned on them, you better watch out, okay? So in the case where it's not a sexual romantic relationship, it could be a new roommate. You've left a situation where you were living with someone for a long time, long-term roommates, whatever, and you know, it just got out of hand. I can't take all these beer cans all over the place, Bobby. I can't take the cleanliness level here. I have to get out of here. And so you meet someone who's really clean, who has things going the way that they want them to. You know, they have a nice place that they're like, hey, I've got a spare room. You can move in. And you're like, okay, cool. I see you keep things around your house. You have a full-time job. You seem really respectful, blah, 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 blah. Like, you might even know them. Like, they might be a friend of yours. But when you move in, or soon after you move in, it's like, oh, not only are you clean, like, you're obsessively clean. Like, you clean every day, every hour. You run the vacuum, like, 4 times a day. Huh? And not to say, like, that makes someone terrible to live with or anything like that, but it's just not what you expected, Libra. It's not what you observed. It's not what you had any indication of. But here is this person who is now your new roommate, who is, like, crazy clean. Like, you wanted clean, but not that clean. So there's, again, like, this idea of, I'm saying again, that was for Virgo's reading, I'm sorry. But there is this idea of your expectations did not account for something. You're getting more than what you bargained for, okay? Oh, boy. What about the work situation? Is there anything for the work situation? This could be someone who's like, they're not bribing you, but they're trying to, like, sweeten the deal to make you stay, or to make you come to their to jump ship. So, Dr. Libra, this could be someone in your hospital who's like, look, if you stay on for another, 8 months, we'll make sure you get, I don't know what you can sweeten. Again, I have, like, very little medical knowledge. I did not go to school for medicine. I don't know many people I don't know many people in the medical field at all. So I don't know what you can entice a doctor with to make them stay on board, but this person will throw it at you. Just like, look, what do you want? You want this? You want that? We got it. Please stay. We need you here, Dr. Libra. And not to say, like, this person, I did say manipulative, didn't I? I think I did. But not to say that it's not obvious. Like, that's normal. Like, that's par for the course. Doctors say, I want to leave, or someone says, I want to leave a job. And if you're a person of value, we're going to try and make you stay because we want you to stay. Now, the reasonings why, that might be manipulative. They're not telling you the full truth of why they want you to stay. We just want a warm body in the seat. We have no one else. Please stay. It could be that. So they talk you up and it's like, oh, you're so great, blah, 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 blah. But the reality is we just need you to stay. And then after 8 months, what we're going to be doing in 8 months is we're going to be headhunting. We're going to be looking at other applications. And then after 8 months, you can get the hell out of here because we'll find someone else who will do your job for cheaper. So there's like this, like I said, like a manipulation going on in the workplace. If it's a new job and you're like, all right, I might leave. Let me go look at other places. Other places are like, oh, look at this person. Look at all their experience, blah, 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 blah. We want them here. This is a terrible place to work. Our work environment is not the best. We have low morale, but we need this guy. We need Dr. Libra at our practice, or we need Dr. Libra at our hospital. So they're going to, again, sweeten the pot, make it sound like an amazing deal if you go and you work for them. Caution. No matter what, caution. In your eyes, Libra, whether you're dealing with this person directly or not, whoever is dealing with this person, they look like an angel. They're not. Another song. I laugh so hard when I hear these songs. Anyway, There's a song by Elvis. I don't think the title is this, but the chorus is like, "You're a devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise." That's what's going on here. Sheep, or wolf in sheep's clothing, okay? Be careful. That's all I can tell you. Be careful. Outcome for September, Ten of Swords. This has come up a lot. This card has been coming up for people left and right. I think it came up for Taurus. I think it came up for Cancer. And someone else. It's been coming up. Anyway, Ten of Swords. So, not great. Not great at all for an outcome. Stressful, anxiety, fear, exhaustion, just destroyed in some cases, okay? And I don't know if you guys watch any of my other videos or if you've watched me ever before, but I think I put it on my About page. I'm an intuitive reader. What does that mean? Sometimes I go by what the card traditionally means, what the images bring to me, like what can be, sort of inferred by the images. Other times it's energetic. Like a lot of times it's super energetic. It's just what they bring to me. They, my guides, the energy, whatever, the universe, whoever. And the past 2 or 3 times that I've read this card, I have felt, and when I've touched it, picked it up, just let whatever come to me, that, okay, this is bad, but you're going to get over it. Blah, 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 blah. Like, that's what it's been. Breakthroughs. It sucks now, but it'll be better later. Libra. I'm not feeling that. I'm really not. I'm feeling like this is going to stick around. This feeling of anguish, this feeling of disappointment, embarrassment, anxiety. Oh, God. All of it. Whatever applies. You put your own emotion in there, your own synonym, whatever. You plug it in, and you're going to be sitting there for a minute, okay? Like, this time, when I'm picking up this card, I've picked up this card several times in several readings, and I focused on certain aspects of it. What I'm led to focus on is the look in this person's eyes, or the look of the face. That's not a good look, man. That does not look pleasant. It does not look pleasant. And I think that's what is the big takeaway here. Your outcome, what the big underscore here is that it's not pleasant. It will not be pleasant at all. At all. Okay? I'm also being led to the beam of light shooting out of the mouth. So, and again, this is a swords card, which is in your wheelhouse. You are an air sign, so you do have connection with the swords suit. So, with the light coming out of the mouth and this being a swords card, this is about truth. This is about honesty. This is about the expression of it. And with that expression comes pain, comes suffering, comes anxiety, comes whatever. Plug it in. Plug in your emotion. Plug in whatever you want to say there. When someone speaks, whether that's you or someone else, about this situation, about their feelings, about their thoughts, about their position, whatever, it's going to hurt someone. Okay? And that will not dissipate quickly. It will not last forever. Nothing in this life lasts forever. But it's not going to go away overnight. I'm going to be straight up. It's not. It's just, it's not going to go away overnight. Not at all. Very difficult. Sorry to say that. I always hope for good readings. I always ask for the truth. I always ask for things to be, loving energy for you guys. But if this is what the universe has to say, this is the best. Okay? And again, it's not going to last forever. Nothing in tarot is concrete anyway. You have the ability to affect change in this. However you see that happening, however you see that being possible. Try it, okay? Now, the overall energy for the month is Judgment. So, Judgment is a card oftentimes tell me again. Say it again. Yeah. This card is often about redemption. Okay. Because the horns coming down from the sky in other cards is particularly the Rider-Waite. It's an angel blowing their bugle, calling the dead from their graves. Very similar here. No angel, but there are horns in the sky, and these people are coming out from the ground. They're not necessarily in a graveyard, but they are coming out from the ground, right? And so there is this recalling, raising of the dead, redemption feeling to it, being redeemed, or, you know, as the title of the card says, Judgment, Final Judgment, Judgment Day, right? The what's that called? The Reckoning, right? Not a religious person. But yeah. So I think this is like the chickens are coming home to roost. Okay? The chickens are coming home to roost. The seeds that you have sown, good seeds, good intentions, bad intentions, whatever. Like I said before, some of you have felt stuck in that inaction. Oh God, how can I say this? Thank you. Karma is also associated with this right now. A lot of you are going through a karmic lesson. Okay, you've been put to task for some time now, and there's a culmination point coming up for you. A culmination point is coming up sometime in the month of September, thereabouts. A little bit beforehand, a little bit afterhand, maybe a little bit after going into October. But there's a reckoning coming, a point where whatever you've attributed to this situation, whatever you've contributed, whatever you've contributed, to this situation, the universe is going to be like, okay, this is what you put in, and here's what you get. So if you put in good stuff, hopefully you get good stuff. If you didn't put in good stuff, you might not get good stuff out, okay? And I feel like the silver lining with that is right there in the center of the card, way in the background, that sort of sunrise coming up, a dawning of a new day, is no matter what, if you end up with something good out of this situation, or if you end up with something not so good in this situation, take the lesson, okay? Take the lesson. Understand your part, understand their part, understand that person's part, understand how this all added up, and just really that reflecting that you were doing here, that inability to move, and you were just stuck in your head, not really knowing what to do, all of that time, all of that energy, apply it to the Judgment card. When it falls, when that moment falls, be like, okay, I see it. I see what they're trying to tell me, what the universe is trying to tell me, what God, whoever, whatever you believe in, whatever you don't believe in, it doesn't matter. I see it. Let's evaluate it. Let's take a lesson out of that. Okay? Not an easy read for you, Libra. You know, you have my utmost love and well wishes, because I don't care what situation it is. Home, work, love, marriage, dating, kids, whatever. None of this sounds easy. None of it. And you have my well wishes. You have my love and support. I really want it to work out for you as best as it can. Okay? That's not for me to decide, but I'm hoping for you. Okay? All right, Libra, that is your reading for September. I thank you for watching up until this point. If any of this resonated with you, leave a comment below. I would love to know about it. Not because I'm nosy, but simply because I felt it so strongly. And I felt all of the readings pretty strongly, but you, Virgo, Taurus, maybe Leo, I felt a lot. I felt a lot from these readings. So I'm very curious to see if it resonated with you guys. If it did, again, please comment. You can also like the video, you can share it, and of course you can subscribe to the channel. I've told all the signs before you, one of my goals with starting this channel was to reach out to a community of people, of like-minded people, people on similar journeys who need guidance or some type of assistance, or just, you know, someone to kind of just reflect back to them what they've already seen, because that's kind of been what tarot and astrology has been for me in my times of need throughout my life. And so now I've gotten to a point where, you know, now I can kind of do the work on my own sometimes. And so now I'm like, okay, got to give back. So that was part of the reason why I started this channel. And of course, I would love to see it grow. Now, in order to see it grow, you have to do all the things that YouTube allows you, the viewer, have to do all the things that YouTube allows you to do, if you choose to. If you'd like to help me in this goal, that would be great. So how can you do that? YouTube loves likes, they love comments, they love shares, and of course they love subscriptions. And the way that their algorithms are put in place to get your content to more people, the more people interact with your channel, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing, the more likely your videos are going to be suggested to people who have never seen you before, and all of that good stuff. It's not about ego. It's not about growing a brand or a business or anything like that. It really is about, I like what I do, I feel good with what I do, and if other people like what I do and they feel good about what I do, I just want to see that grow. Because the more people that you help, the more people that you give confirmation to, that you're able to give guidance to, I just think energetically it's so much better for the world, right? You know? So that's my speech. I hope you watched this up until this point. And if you have, I will be back in a few weeks' time, and I'm going to do your October reading. I can't wait to do that for you. I'm also still within this month, as I've done for Leo and Virgo. You guys are next. I'm going to do a birthday reading for you guys, so you have that to look forward to. That will be on September 23rd, since that's the first day of Libra in the Zodiac. So you can look forward to that. And I thank you guys so much for watching up until this point. Take care. Bye.